What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Off the Top podcast. My name is Tom.
C note.
Make sure you subscribe. New episodes every week. Hip hop has been buzzing. We got another jam-packed week full of stuff. Lots of, I mean,
Gossip this week.
the Drake and Kendrick stuff is still going crazy online. Diddy, there's more. There's new Diddy updates
Dude,
as of today. There's academics in hot water. Like
I seen
bad
somebody
is
else say
bad.
this. Kendrick really opened a Pandora's box for
Yeah,
just a bunch of crazy shit, man.
and
It's
not just
crazy.
Drake. Like the
Nah.
whole
A
everyone.
lot of Drake circle.
Yeah, and the people against Drake, really, as we talked about last week, even other random people are just getting thrown under the bus, like Travis
Yeah.
Scott and Ruby Rose and all these random people are
First,
just like
yeah, but that's more Twitter shit. We got some
the
actual shit
Diddy,
today.
the Diddy shit is not good, dude.
And the
Wow.
academic shit is terrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
and also we're gonna cover some non-hip hop stuff today because some funny stuff happened. We had the portal that opened in New York and Dublin, I think it was the city, and that was shut down within like a matter of days.
Yep.
We can talk about the gas station thing that happened on Twitter if you want to just mention it. We obviously can't show that, but I can't believe
What
how
is there
big
to say?
that
What do
got.
you want me to say?
I sent it to you as like I thought it was just some random thing I would never hear of again, and then I see it everywhere. I'm like, okay, this is like blowing up. I love
Yeah,
that
Twitter.
video though.
I mean, you gonna explain it? You're just gonna you
I
gonna
mean, there was
you
a
gonna
video that went
tease the viewers?
a video went viral this week of an old man standing at a gas pump with his penis in his hand and the gas whatever hose in his ass, just standing there with his dick in his hand.
Yeah, yeah, like
Why?
jerking and shit, bro. Ah, my god, bro. I don't know. Twitter is on some fuck shit
So stay tuned
recently.
if you want to watch that video. If you haven't seen it,
Nah,
we're
we
gonna
ain't
show it.
showing. Nah,
We're
we
gonna
ain't
watch
showing
it on repeat. I'll leave it playing
on
small
repeat.
down here the whole time throughout the episode. You can just watch
Nah,
it.
nah.
But before we get into the Ebony Prince and all the other things happening, I have a trivia question type thing for you. Fun
Okay.
fact. So, as you know, everyone was tuned into Genius, eyes glued to the screen over the past few weeks with all these disses coming out.
Yeah,
I have the top 5 most viewed
yeah. I seen
songs.
these.
Oh, you did see it? Well, I thought
I'm the Twitter guy. Of
I
course,
thought the
I
list
seen
was
these.
still interesting. So,
I I think I can remember them. I'll still try to guess them.
all right, I got the top 5 here. What are the top 5 most viewed rap songs on Genius in Genius history?
Okay, well, number one's Rap God. I know that.
Of course it is. That makes
Okay,
perfect sense to
I
me.
think
Didn't it
what
like
is
break
it?
a world record for like the most rap or words in a minute or
Words,
something?
yeah,
Like the
words in a
fastest
minute,
rap
yeah.
song?
And to be honest, bro, if you go back and listen to it, I know it's hated on like really heavily because it kind of brought in the era of Eminem that people don't necessarily like, but
Exactly.
it's actually a good song. He goes crazy, obviously, on the whole thing, but
He
um,
does. It's
I mean,
long too.
it is
He's
what it
just
is. Yeah,
spitting.
it's like it's crazy. 6 minutes is just bars. But I think what is it? Number four is "Lose Yourself." I've seen on there. I know Eminem had two on there, right?
Yep, Lose Yourself is on here at 4. Eminem's on there
Okay.
twice. He's the only one on there twice.
And then what is
Number
it?
2 is hilarious.
Was it WAP
Yeah,
by Cardi B?
and yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, WAP. Number
Yeah,
2, the most
yeah.
viewed song on Genius history for a rap song.
Genius
WAP.
history is crazy. Then the other two I don't remember. They're not recent, right?
Kendrick Lamar's on there with Humble,
Humble, that's what it was. Yeah,
and then
and
Sicko
then
Mode with Travis
Sicko
and Drake.
Mode. Okay,
Yeah.
Sicko
So
Mode
those are,
surprises me. I didn't think people
yeah,
were breaking down the lyrics to Sicko Mode like that, but all right.
that's what I'm saying. But those are the top 5 most viewed songs on Genius. Do you think
Yep.
like any of the disses from the last few weeks show up eventually on there?
Euphoria will for sure. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, I think that's the one that really got
Euphoria
viewed
so
on
far,
Genius.
like looking over the past few weeks and couple months, I guess, over the whole beef, Euphoria is the one that gets talked about. Praise the high, like the highest, I feel like. So,
I feel like that's partly because it wasn't as direct. There was still subliminals
well, there's
within.
just so much, and we talked about this when we broke it down. There's just so much, there's so many layers to it. Like, there's so
A
much to
lot.
break down. You can break down every single bar. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, so maybe that'll creep its way up and we'll get an updated list eventually.
I think it will.
Okay. So now we got to dive in to Ebony Prince. he became a prominent figure in the Drake and Kendrick beef on Twitter over the last 10 days, not even a week, almost 2 weeks maybe. Basically, this account called at EbonyPrince2k24 just appeared out of nowhere. Literally, the account was made brand new. There's no
Yep.
profile picture. Well, there is. It's like a flag. There's no face, right? And they
No.
just start posting tons of crazy cryptic stuff. They have like actual evidence proving that they're semi actually involved in this. Like
Yeah.
they have the items from the Meet the Grams and 616 in LA cover. They have a bunch of Drake's possessions like jewelry and other things. It,
CCTV footage of Drake, where they what they claim to be damning evidence of him doing something that it's some intriguing involvement for sure. Like obviously, if it was just write offable, like if you could just write it off, then we would just write it off. But we're gonna talk about it because it is actually intriguing.
because at first I was like, this is just some guy trying to get some clicks off this stuff.
Yeah.
But then he started posting shit. I was like, oh, this guy is at least semi legit.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, let's start, I guess.
So I just wanted to show this first. This is his Twitter page. EbonyPrince2k24. This is oh, what the hell? That's his
Join this month.
that's his profile picture. I don't know what flag that is. And then as you can see, there's tweets for days, and this is all related to the Drake and Kendrick drama basically, besides there's some ranting throughout, of course. Like
Yeah, so you saw his account was created this month, and he's got 100,000 followers already in like a week.
yeah, it
So
shows right there. Joined May 2024. He just broke 100,000 followers. So people are he's given us enough proof though to know like he has some knowledge, even if it's not like crazy knowledge. He has something.
okay, so I guess we'll start. So the very first tweet he put out,
Yeah.
I guess the
This was
second,
like a
because the
big one.
first the
Yeah,
first
true.
was like the logo to the Ebony House. It's like some weird cryptic logo. You don't really know what it means at first. At this point, he's got 0 followers. Nobody even knows at this point.
Yeah.
But the second tweet, I guess technically he puts out is this video of the possessions, the items from Drake's suitcase, the items that were on the Meet the Grams cover,
Yeah.
also teased on the 616 in LA cover. But here's where it starts. Here he proves that, if not proving that he owns the items, that he knows somebody with the items or has access to the items or access to videos of the items. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
As you can hear, it's just Meet the Grams in super shitty audio quality playing
dude.
while he shows
And
all
then,
these items
yeah, and then he shows the newspaper to show that it was that day.
that he's taking the video.
He's shaking hella bad. You can see he's got the jewelry receipts. He's got the Maybach glove. He's got the dog shirt. Um, he's
Yeah,
got
that,
the Adderall, the
the Ozempic.
Ozempic.
And they're
Um,
dude, as soon as you see this guy hanging prescriptions from a string, you know he's a psychopath.
oh, dude,
And
for sure,
he's
for
like
sure.
he's a
And
Batman villain straight up.
and I'm pretty sure that these are all confirmed. Like this, all these items are confirmed to be Drake's. Like all this shit is confirmed, like by receipts and shit. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, I
Look
mean, all
how
these
bad the
prescriptions were
video is.
Drake's.
He's just
I
like
mean, yeah, he's
so
shaking.
shaky.
He's shaking so bad, and I would be too. It's mad sketchy, dude. You got like, okay, we won't even. I mean, all right. If what he claims is true, he would be scared. You know what I'm saying? But here it just starts off. Everybody's like, okay, whoa, this is the guy that fed Kendrick the information about Drake. This is the mole. So
That
he
was the
posts
initial
this.
reaction. Like, this is definitely the OVO mole. He has the
Yeah.
items in his possession still.
Yep. So obviously that's the first initial reaction. Um, so that was kind of just the first thought. Nobody really thought much further than that, other than this is the mole. He's got the items. But then,
Doesn't stop.
but then the rabbit hole starts to open up, and
Yeah.
now shit starts to get fucking weird, bro. Because his third tweet, I guess technically, is really his second, but his third tweet is a picture of what looks to be Drake, some guy in an OVO hoodie in the back, Christopher Alvarez, who is a journalist. He's disabled in a wheelchair there. Some guy on the left, and you can see it's like a CCTV picture of him in what looks like a hotel lobby or something. You can see the date is January uh, of 2023. So at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Which is also kind of an odd time to be awake and partying in a hotel at 3:20 a.m. on a Sunday. Degenerate activity.
I mean,
Nothing
yeah,
good
probably
happens
after a
at 3
show
a.m.
or something. Probably might be after a show or something. But
True.
then he posts this, and what's the caption on this? He
Here, let
posts
me.
an eerie caption too. So he says to Mr. Aubrey Graham, Drake, may this photo help jog your memory as to where you discarded those items, referring to the items obviously on the Meet the Grams cover that he has possession of. The issue in the photo should also jog your memory. Jimmy Brooks, who is the character that Drake played in Degrassi, uh,
Yeah.
would not have been proud of you that night. So the first speculation is Jimmy Brooks was in a wheelchair in the show, and obviously there shows Christopher Alvarez also in a wheelchair. So people speculate that Drake did something wrong or bad to Christopher Alvarez just off the rip, like off the rip. Instantly, people think that.
I mean,
So
that's what
that's
he's
the instant
implying there.
speculation. Yeah,
It has to be. You don't name drop the character from Degrassi that's in a wheelchair. Like
yeah,
he clearly was trying to draw that comparison, I feel like.
yeah, possibly so. And then so it doesn't stop there though. So that's just now the rabbit hole starts to we start to go into it. You know what I'm saying? So now you're like, okay, now it's intriguing because he's got the items, he's got pictures of the CCTV. Like, what's going on here?
And now he's also not only does he have the items from the Meet the Grams cover, he's bringing new information and new accusations to the table that Kendrick never mentioned, never brought
And
up.
as you'll see, new items that he alleges are Drake's, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. Well, the next thing I have is the video that he posted outside this hotel that the CCTV footage was apparently taken at. So, this video is apparently from that basically that night, I believe, right? Like the same night in question.
It's
Drake
around
is
that time.
yeah, Drake is showing up to this hotel and trying to get inside, and basically a deranged or a super fan like rushes at him, and she's like detained, and then no one else gets to meet Drake. I guess they were like gonna get to meet him. Then this girl acts crazy, and Ebony Prince says, "I've stood next to you in the rain to keep the paparazzis and fanatics away. I became essential during your stays, having to cancel vacations and all to ensure things like this didn't happen," which is also everything's just so cryptic and eerie. It seems like,
It's
but
kind of a
there
weird
there is
video too
audio on this one.
because I don't know. It's just a weird video.
Girl tries running at Drake.
Deal with that. Oh, Drake, 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 Drake. Yo, Drake. Yo, come up to the spot. Yo, deal with that.
It's not that serious.
Yo, chill. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, that chick is down bad though.
Crazy.
But just like based on the audio, it kind of seemed like everyone was gonna get to meet him, and then she kind of ruined everything. But yeah, so like this guy, Ebony Prince, clearly has kind of like led us to believe that he is either working at this hotel, associated with the hotel, does security for Drake, has worked with Drake through via this hotel. Like he's came into contract with Drake on multiple occasions.
So this hotel, and this will kind of come into play later in the story, is the Mark Hotel in New York.
Yeah.
Let's just state that as a fact. And the first video where he shows off the items, we forgot to mention this. He mentioned this. He also shows off his surroundings, and there you can see that's the first. Does he in the first video?
What we
I believe he
watched
does,
the first
right?
video.
Yeah, he shows off his surroundings, right? I can't remember, but I believe he shows off his surroundings, and you can see he's in New York, like by Brooklyn, like by the Brooklyn Bridge or some shit.
Yeah.
So this is all happening in New York City. Is my point.
Yeah. The next video we got, which is also interesting, is kind of him showing proof that he has more CCTV footage than just that one screenshot or whatever of Christopher Alvarez.
This was a bit later down the line. Yeah, now he's releasing video of the CCTV footage where he is what's the word? implying that Drake did something bad that night.
Yeah. But still never showed any, like, anything bad happening. He's just kind of
No.
implying that something bad happened. So he said, I bet you thought I didn't have the actual goods, silly rabbit. And then this is the video that he posted next.
Mute this one.
Yeah. And, like, every video that this guy posts is super shaky and poor quality and on this weird, sketchy, secure laptop thing in a weird hotel room. Like, it just gives, like, super weird, super villain vibes. Like, it really does.
Yeah, right off the bat, it definitely gives, like, Gotham villain, like, Batman would be fighting this person. You know what I mean? And you brought up the laptop, and that's a good point, because the first shit I saw about it is, like, what an old-ass laptop. Nobody's using a Panasonic laptop. First of all, it's not an old-ass laptop. This is a secure-ass laptop. This is a Lockbook, I believe it's called, or some shit. You can get one on Amazon for like $1,500, but it's meant to be super secure. There's theories that it either belonged to the hotel, like security, you know what I'm saying, and that this person worked there and somehow got their hands on it, brought it outside of work, or
That was like, that was my
belonged.
assumption when I first saw it. Was like, this is a laptop that you got at work and for security, and you're just using it when you're not supposed to be. But then he posted screenshots of like Amazon receipts, so maybe he just bought it for this purpose. Like, that's possible, I guess.
Yeah. Or, and I also heard a theory that, but yeah, then he showed his receipts. But I also heard a theory that it was Drake's laptop. But yeah, he bought it for this purpose. That it seems to be that way anyway. He made a tweet.
Because up to this point, I was kind of assuming that maybe he did have some dirt on Drake, or Drake, even if he wasn't like assaulting a disabled person, like maybe just being rude or being a dick to them, or
let me pause you there. He also says about Drake, he's just a bad person to work for. You know what I'm saying? Because this person allegedly works for either the hotel or Drake's security. He says Drake pushes security, pushes service providers out of the way. He banged a service provider in the head after mistaking them for paparazzi, and then just like being annoying, just being a bitch and shit.
All the hotel employees are apparently super stressed and like worried when they hear Drake's coming to town because he's like super difficult to work with. Apparently, that's like what he was saying.
Okay, so I guess let's right off the bat just shut down this. I guess we can't really shut it down, but we'll say this. Christopher Alvarez, the person that Ebony Prince is implying was assaulted on some night in 2023 in the Mark Hotel in New York, came out, and because he's a journalist and he writes articles and shit, he wrote an article. And that's why it was kind of weird that, you know, he wasn't saying shit for a couple days. This shit kind of blew up. Like he had liked some weird comments about the truth will come out soon and like some other weird shit. But
I saw those. Those were weird though. Like, why are you liking those comments?
Yeah, he since then released an article denying that Drake did anything bad to him. He said, "You got the article? Let me pull it."
I was gonna say I have the quote right here. Alvarez said, "Where is it? I can confirm that I was with Drake on the night of January 22nd. After his New York City concert with 21 Savage, I was called to meet Drizzy at the Mark Hotel. We had a blast listening to new beats. I am not in the position to talk about his character outside of our meetings, but I can say I was not violated in any way." That's the gist. Like, he basically said, I did see Drake that night. We hung out. He showed me some beats. It was after a show, like you said. That's why it's 3:30 in the morning. But he was not violated in any way. That was the terminology that he used. So, like, this guy, Ebony Prince, is, like, posting pictures of Alvarez. He's a relative, like, he's a well-known, maybe not well-known, he's a known person on social media. Like, he's not, like, some random person that no one's ever heard of. Like, I feel like it's pretty obvious that he's going to say something or respond. So, like, why? I don't know. We never really got more out of Alvarez than just him saying I was never violated in any way. I can't speak on Drake's character outside of that, but nothing happened to me.
Yeah.
That's really all we got out of him.
You know, you can speculate that on your own. Whatever you want to speculate, you can. I'm not going to sit here and speculate on that, but you can have your own opinion on that.
Because there
But
were people online saying that, oh, Drake just paid him to say that. And, like, of course, all that type of shit. Like,
I
that
mean,
was
it's
definitely
possible, and that
it's
was one
possible.
big thing with the Silent Policy LLC or whatever the fuck Drake owns, is that like apparently he's paying people off left and right with this shit, but obviously all speculation. This shit is like this shit is like QAnon level conspiracy shit. So it really gets deep, but it's interesting because there's obviously some basis of fact to it. You know what I'm saying? He has the items from the cover. He's got the CCTV footage. Like he's clearly involved. You know what I'm saying? And here, apparently in July 2023, some 19-year-old led a protest. Okay, so this is where I said the hotel would come back into play. So this hotel, the Mark Hotel in New York, people online believe that this hotel helps human traffickers get young people drunk to be taken advantage of. Apparently, they were known to help Weinstein, uh,
Mm-hmm.
not Weinstein. I'm sorry, Epstein.
I mean,
According,
Weinstein, too.
possibly Weinstein too, but I meant Epstein. They're
Yeah.
basically the same people. But no, so this hotel on the internet, and probably not just on the internet, there's probably some basis to it. Is apparently helping Epstein get young girls drunk to be taken advantage of and be brought into sex trafficking rings, whatever. So people speculate that that's why Drake's there. With all the rumors that are going surrounding Drake right now, obviously that's something that will be brought up.
Yeah.
But not even regarding the rumors around Drake. In 2023, like I said, this 19-year-old was leading a protest in relation to the Mark's relation with Epstein. So that was happening. And during this time, apparently there was an assault that happened, and police came in and they filed, the report and everything. So it's documented. And apparently, on the document, it names a VIP guest one and VIP guest two, which I believe is speculated to be Drake and somebody else, 21 Savage probably.
That would have been my guess, yeah.
And apparently, this assault could have happened. Like it could have been Ebony Prince that was, almost charged with assault for trying to protect Drake, something like that. So there's some speculation about something also happening with an assault charge around the time of July 2023 as well, because the CCTV footage that we got is January 2023.
Yeah. Which also does bring up a point I wanted to mention. Like, if you've been sitting on this since January of last year, whatever that is, 16, 17 months ago, like, it is kind of interesting that he waits until now with this whole beef going on to now come out and talk about it. Like, maybe he is just holding on to evidence against Drake until he could get, like, money out of it and blackmail him. Like, maybe that's why he's waiting until now. Maybe, I don't know.
According to him, he was going to sell it. He said he was going to wait for Drake to die to sell the shit. That's what he said on Twitter.
He's fucking 35 years old. You're going to wait 60 years?
Well, he thinks I don't know. This is what I'm saying. It's a whole, like, there's a lot of, like, psycho rambling and mixed in this shit, too. So it's, give us a break. We're trying to fucking break this shit down. But, he claims that, he was just going to sell it off or whatever. But then Drake disrespected Kendrick, and, Ebony Prince really respects Kendrick is why. And then apparently he leaked the items to Kendrick, and now he's trying to really shit on Drake because he dissed Kendrick, essentially. That's what Ebony Prince said.
The thing is, like, if Kendrick clearly thought that these items were enough of a thing to, like, bother Drake or, like, make him worry, and he got them from this guy, because this guy clearly still has the items. Like, this guy has been in contact with Kendrick, and they've talked about Drake. Like, that's a given.
For sure.
Because he took a photo of these images and used it on the Meet the Grams cover. Like, it's not like this guy is just some random guy. There's, like, a paper trail to prove that he got these images to Kendrick for the cover, and Kendrick thought it was good enough evidence to use on the cover. Like, I feel like that's a pretty big deal.
I agree. And obviously, it's speculated that these items were either left in a suitcase. I believe Ebony Prince claims that they were left behind. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we're about to get into this now with the July 2023 incident, because we went over the January incident where, it's speculated that Drake assaulted uh, Christopher Alvarez. But now we're going to move on to July 2023, where I had mentioned the protests and where there was an uh, filed, assault charge filed or some shit, right? Okay, the Mark Hotel filed a lawsuit against the person that was leading the protests, and then it was just reported that they were harassing Drake and shit. But okay, so now we'll move on. Apparently, this incident that happened in July 2023 could have happened at the Caviar Caspia, which I guess is a restaurant inside the hotel, the Mark Hotel. I don't know if you got the logo for it or whatever, but it just looks like a fish in the shape of a C with a K.
Yeah.
So this shit gets kind of weird because apparently their CEO once said, "What happens at Caviar Caspia stays at Caviar Caspia."
I mean, yeah,
There are
but that's the
many,
slogan for an entire
but
city. So.
listen. There are many stories. If the walls could talk, they would have endless amounts of stories. Thank God they can't. I don't know. It's just a little weird. It gets a little weird,
That could just
but
imply like cocaine use or something, though. Like it could
well,
be.
yeah, sure. I mean, who knows? But this hotel apparently is known to help sex traffickers take advantage of children. So
But that
that's
means that's what Ebony Prince was doing.
what.
He worked there. He was part of it.
Well, he either worked there or for Drake.
So it's possible. People think it's possible that he worked directly for Drake and not
I
even
think
for the
so.
hotel.
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's probably more likely that he worked for the hotel since he has all the shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But that's beside the point.
Because
But okay.
it was said at one point that Ebony Prince, these items were left behind, and Ebony Prince got them out of the lost and found at the hotel.
Well, this is
And
what
he
This is what I'm
okay.
getting at. So apparently, there was an incident, this July incident that happened in the Caviar Caspia, this secret community restaurant in this hotel where it's got Epstein ties and shit. Like, it's all gets weird. But apparently, Drake had left these items behind in the Caviar Caspia after this incident had happened. So an assault or something goes down in the Caviar Caspia. Drake leaves his bags behind. Ebony
Mhm.
finds him, right? Ebony claims to have been ordered to dispose of them, I believe, because Drake
Mhm.
never. I think Drake came back for one bag, he claims, but not another. So Drake
Yeah.
had came back and grabbed one bag, but not the other. He was ordered to dispose of it, but instead he took it for himself. If you work in a hotel, if you find something, you're going to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you find jewelry and shit, you're not going to throw it out.
And he said that was
So
common practice. Well, yeah, of course, if a celebrity
of
leaves
course.
behind tens of thousands of dollars in jewelry, you're not going to throw it in the
You
garbage.
think I'm going to throw this shit out? You're smoking rock, dude. Stop it.
Obviously.
So he claims all that, and then, like I mentioned, he planned to auction items off after Drake's death, but then Drake dissed Kendrick, so now he's coming out with all this. Yeah, and I think that's kind of where we're at right now.
I mean, I still have one more video here that I wanted to
What
show
else?
too. It's just kind of like this weird, eerie video. It says, "Dear Aubrey, did you really think this was all about a shirt and some scripts? This was about diamonds. Times for some hard truth." Because Ebony Prince also had items that were never even on the Meet the
Yeah.
Grams cover. Like, he
Yeah.
has other stuff too, as you can see here in this video. Yeah, he's just sitting in some weird, sketchy park.
It's so weird.
Now he's playing Meet the Grams again, so I'll mute it. He has another newspaper to show the date, right?
Yep.
He has his computer. He's outside with all of these items now, and look at all this jewelry, dude.
In a
Like,
public park.
yeah, with a
Just out here, dude.
supposedly Drake's jewelry. A Target. I don't really know. I don't understand what this
And there was a
item is.
bar in 6-6. That just shows that he's getting some target practice in, that he can shoot. There was a bar in
okay.
616 in LA that Kendrick refers to. He says, look, find the jewels like Cash Doll. I just need you to think. So people think that he's referring to these jewels in 616 in LA, so it gets deep, man.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah, I
there's
think that's
also
where
these
we're
ones
at.
though. There's
Yep,
more
yep.
jewels because he also shared this, and there's like more. Like he has a ton of Drake's jewelry. Why would Drake not take the jewelry? Like, if that is true that Drake came back and took one bag but not the rest, like, why not take all these tens of thousands of dollars in jewelry that this guy has here? It is weird. The whole thing is just weird.
Well, that should. I mean, I think he claims that some of it is Drake's and some of it might not be Drake's, or
Could be someone
what?
else's, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, this guy, Ebony Prince, okay, he just appears out of nowhere after, it was like a week after Not Like Us. Like, the beef was over to people online. And then all of a sudden, this random figure appears, and he's like, I have all the items from Meet the Grams. And also, I'm going to tweet every 30 minutes for 7 days, threatening Drake, threatening to extort him. I have all this damning evidence on you. You've assaulted disabled people. You're horrible to employees. Like, all this shit, you're tough to work for. And, like, as of now, on the 17th of May, like, this is still going on. He's still tweeting. We still don't really know what he's after. My assumption was kind of like, he's trying to blackmail Drake for money to hide whatever evidence that he might have. Like, that seems to be what he's trying to do, because he hasn't given us anything.
I mean, it's 100% extortion if what he claims is true. He's blackmailing him just by the book. That is straight up definition blackmail. You know what I'm saying? But
like classic blackmail. Here's a screenshot of CCTV. Give me money or I'll show the whole video. Like, it's straight out of a movie.
There's insinuation that there was the incident with Christopher Alvarez that Drake potentially assaulted him. And then
which he denied.
Insinuation with this July incident that possibly an underage girl was assaulted in this restaurant, is what I think the rumors, speculation is right now. So with Christopher Alvarez, obviously we said that he denied it through the article and everything, but Ebony Prince hasn't let up on him quite yet. Through Twitter, like we said, he's still rambling off. He says that Ebony Prince says essentially that Christopher Alvarez is lying and that Drake did do something to him, and that he said something like the birds of the feather flock together or some shit. Like, he speaks in code. He speaks in fucking code 90% of the time, but he's insinuating that Christopher Alvarez is lying, Christopher Alvarez is lying about the situation that happened. So we'll keep y'all updated about that, man, because that shit is crazy.
Yeah, because as of right now, Alvarez denied the claims, and this guy's not letting up. Like, he's still going at it. He's calling Alvarez a liar. Drake paid you off. Like, I still have dirt on you. Like, so overall, like, what are your thoughts on EbonyPrince2k24, the man who shook the game up? I mean, he really did shake it up. People were kind of like, okay, this is over. It's dying down.
It's interesting.
And he comes out of nowhere and shakes it all back up again.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's got something, bro. I feel like he's got something. Because, he's clearly involved. He's got the items from the cover. He's got, the police reports about the assault that happened. Like, he's got the fucking CCTV footage. He's got, like, shit just... There's too much that makes sense for it to just be written off as nothing. You know what I'm saying? But obviously you got to take it with a tub of salt. Like,
but if Ebony Prince has something, like, rock solid against Drake... and he's doing all this crazy stuff on Twitter, all these threats, you would think that Drake or someone from Drake's team would have reached out to him and tried to pay him off or something.
I mean, there's theories that he's already been paid off. And
I feel like he would have posted, unless that's really all he wanted was the money, but, like, if he was actually trying to get at Drake and someone reached out trying to pay you off, like, you would post screenshots like, Drake's guy just messaged me trying to give me money.
Yeah,
like, then Drake's fucked.
Yeah, but no, this ain't like Twitter games we're talking about here. We're talking about real life shit. Like, somebody pulls up on you, like, like, we're not talking about DMs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Over like this shit, they're gonna pop up like, we'll give you fucking whatever.
With
we'll
a suitcase full of cash,
we're full of 10 million, and then you just don't say shit. Then you fucking keep rambling on Twitter. You make yourself look stupid, but. It's interesting, man. It's crazy. Like, you can go a lot of different ways with this conspiracy. Like, there's a lot of different theories you can take it, but
I mean, obviously,
it's intriguing.
Obviously, there's legitimacy to his claims in some way. He has the items, but I just feel like if you go to the bottom of his page and read every tweet up till today, like, it's clear that he's talking in code, like you said, like it's super cryptic. You have to like decipher what he's
Yeah.
actually saying. He goes on random rants about completely unrelated shit, and he'll
Well,
post like a
apparently
YouTube link
the Ebony
to some
House shit
song.
too. Like it's really cryptic. Like he's a part of some like cult or some shit. I don't know. Like it's weird, bro. It's weird.
Well,
Some
hey,
cryptic shit.
Ebony Prince, if you're seeing this, we'd love to
Yeah.
interview you. Come on the show.
Oh,
You can wear a mask. We'll
dude.
disguise your voice. Come on the show. We want to talk about it, break it down. Let us know what you got. We'll private whatever you want to private. We'll clone your voice. You can wear a shiesty. Come on the show. We want to
Dude.
interview you. We'll reach out.
That'd be
but
amazing.
we got to get Ebony Prince on the show. We got to
That would
find
be
out what's going on.
amazing. Stop it.
I mean, I feel like it'd be easier to just talk to him on an interview instead of trying to decipher his tweets.
It definitely would be.
Like, come
Damn.
on the show. He only has
Yeah, we could just
100,000
we'll give him
followers in
the
a week.
drugs
We
in
can get him.
treatment, bro. Just fucking change his voice, blur
Yeah,
his
that's what I'm saying.
face. We're chilling.
Just like Vice News does for all the drug lords that go on their show. Like, we can do that.
Yeah, you're good, bro. Come on.
Come
We
on
ain't
the show.
feds.
So stay tuned. Next week, maybe we have Ebony Prince on the show.
That'd be sick.
I'm going to try. We'll
Gonna
try.
try.
We're going to reach out. We're going to try to get him on.
But yeah, I'm sure there's some shit that we even missed. Like the rabbit hole goes deep, dude.
Yeah, it's not over. Like, he's still tweeting,
And
like we said.
For some people, like the connection with the Mark Hotel to the Drake allegations and everything that's going on with Drake right now and the Epstein shit and the connection with that, like that one fact alone, I know some people that just blew their minds. So it's interesting shit, man. Interesting shit.
Before we move off of Drake and Kendrick, I wanted to show you this Instagram post because they posted an electoral college map for the beef.
What does this even mean? I saw this.
It's based on like in your area, like in New York State, how many people tweeted like Team Drake or Team Kendrick or Drake won or Kendrick won, and they compile like
Yeah, but
which
how do they
states
know
are
that though?
Twitter data. What do you mean?
Just off
Like,
Twitter data, just off tweets.
It's,
That's it.
It's just tweets. Yeah, this is based
Okay.
like just on tweets. Like if someone said Drake won and they're in New York, like it counts toward
Got
New
you.
York.
All right.
So this is like if they were competing in an electoral race, this is what it would look like. So Kendrick is red and Drake is blue. And it says who won based on geotagged X data and hashtags.
I mean, dude, if we're talking
Example,
about the
Team Drake.
population,
Yeah.
it's like
that's-
100 to 0, dude.
Yeah, New York is Team Kendrick, California, Texas, Florida, Maine. All of them are basically Team Kendrick except like
Bro
the
said
flyover states in the north.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's-
mean, what's the biggest one they have? Georgia?
Yeah, they got some of the south. Pennsylvania's got a high population, I'm pretty sure. But they
Yeah.
got a few big cities. Like he's
Yeah.
got Philly on lock.
I find it hard to believe he's got Georgia, but all right.
But I just thought this was like a crazy like how do we live in a world where this is a real thing that people are spending their time doing? Like they're digging through Twitter geotag data to find out which states think who won. I just thought it was interesting though, like that kind of really puts into perspective like the majority of people think Kendrick won. Like that's
Definitely. I mean,
I feel like there should
dude.
be a place. I know Elon wants Twitter to be this. There should just be a poll that goes out to everyone that owns an X account. Who won, Twitter or,
That'd be
or
sick.
Kendrick or Drake, and you place your vote. And then
That'd
we
be sweet.
really know who the people think won.
you
And
can't
you
log
have to
in.
vote.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
CAPTCHA.
Yeah,
It's like a
exactly.
CAPTCHA before you log in. You have to fucking vote.
And not just rap stuff, like any major cultural event. Like I feel
Just
like that would have been
yeah.
so fun.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But yeah, I mean, dude, does this ever end though? Like, is it? Ever
I don't
gonna
know.
end?
I don't know because I guess let's just stay in Drake's circle. Just skim over we'll just get all the heavy shit out of the way first, and we'll get into the music in a minute. So academics came out that he's being sued for
Yeah.
sexual assault and defamation. In my opinion, the if what this person claims is true, and obviously that's easy to say if, but what they claim is that after this assault happened, they went and got a kit from the hospital and it came back positive with his DNA, if you know what I mean. Fuck.
I think we know what you mean.
And then I guess there was bruises all on her that were documented by police.
Like she
there
filed
was-
a police report. Like there's
Yeah.
a paper trail of this happening.
Yeah, there was apparently she wore a wire, and there's audio of him confessing to it and describing it. Apparently,
Yeah.
she was shown a video of it. Like, if all that is true, it's almost like obviously undeniable that some. And let me just say this: it was really fucked up shit, like super heinous shit. I read the article and I read the claims and shit. And for whatever reason, she apparently didn't press charges or doesn't want to press criminal charges for whatever reason. I guess
I
it's a civil.
couldn't think
I
of a
guess
good
it's a
reason
civil
right
case.
now, but yeah.
But yeah, maybe that'll come to light eventually. I just wanted to skim over that and say, yeah, fuck academics, probably.
I would say more than likely.
Yeah,
Maybe
more than
not
likely.
more
I
than
mean,
likely, fuck that guy.
You know, because like I don't know, I haven't seen any like definitive proof from like the fucking police records or whatever. But if all that is true, which it seems very likely that it is, then fuck that guy, scumbag.
Yeah. And also, we mentioned this at the top of the episode. It's not related to Drake and Kendrick, but Diddy, we got the first update basically since Diddy took his private plane and fled to another country. A video was released by CNN today. CNN literally put out this video
on their TMZ shit.
Yeah, like, and it's CNN, so it's like
it's
vetted
legit
and legit. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
It's a video of P. Diddy from 2016 with his then girlfriend. Her name is Cassie. That's at least what's going around on the internet. Her name, I don't even know her last name. But it's like a clear as day video of Diddy, like, throwing her on the ground, kicking her, like, in a hotel. There's clearly cameras around. Like, how does it take 8 years for this to come out? Like, dude, it's clearly Diddy in a video beating up a woman.
I know, dude. In a hotel, bro. Like, you're going to tell me nobody's seen that shit?
There's people all around.
There's probably somebody watching the camera as it happened. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what I meant by people around. Like, there's people watching like, what the footage. Fuck? But yeah, CNN released it today. As far as I know, oh, dude, Diddy posted on his Instagram. Didn't you see that? He actually did post something.
Today?
Do you remember? No, not today.
Oh, yeah, no. He said, like, time will tell or some shit like that. Some basic-ass, like, mom shit that you would put on your wall. It was like time will tell or something. It's not even worth even bringing up.
It says time tells truth.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? The truth, what? Yeah, that's you know what the next 24 hours told is that you are a straight scumbag who beat up a fucking girl, bro. Like, you're like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you post something like that if you know there's shit like that they have on
the next 24 hours? What did time tell? The fuck? Stupid fuck.
So, academics, fuck that guy. Diddy, fuck that guy. Like, dude.
What the fuck?
It's the downfall of everyone.
Holy shit, this is what I'm saying. Kendrick opened a Pandora's box. Somebody really said that. I was like, wow, you're right.
As of right now, though, Drake is still in the clear for the most part, and like these other people are not. Like, there's no shit like this on Drake. They got Diddy straight up on video beating up a girl.
We got Ebony Prince. That's what Ebony Prince claims to have is the evidence on Drake. So.
Yeah, but it's been so long. Give us the goddamn video. Ebony Prince, please come on the show and tell us what's going on. Even if we don't air it, I want to know personally so I can stop worrying about it.
I know.
Like, how am I supposed to listen to a Drake album and just feel completely ethically normal?
Well, listen, bro. Like, if you had, I don't know. Would you do the right thing or would you sell it?
I'd sell it.
Right. You
I ain't gonna lie to you.
The internet.
How much money? Like, if I was Ebony Prince and I had video of Drake doing some dark shit that's gonna, like, cancel him, I need, like, $5 million at least. Like, if it's that bad.
I guess it depends. Like, destroying Drake is not my worry. Like, am I saving people's lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there somebody locked up somewhere in a basement? Like, is there video evidence of... I'm
going to that extent.
I'm saying, though, if they're... You know what I'm saying? But...
With Diddy, maybe it is that extent.
Who knows, dude? Who knows?
Dude, the Diddy video is bad, dude. Yeah. That's a bad video. Because it wasn't like he just threw on the ground. He literally...
one of Drake's lyrics is... What was the one Drake lyric? I start to see the world through this... through Diddy's view. Make it sense or something. Like yeah, it's funny.
I mean, Diddy's been name dropped by every rapper in the last 30 years. Basically, so that's the thing. Like, that's Diddy is a prominent figure in hip-hop and has been for a long time. Like,
it's like an R. Kelly
the beginning situation. Of hip-hop. Like, it's crazy.
Really, though, basically.
Okay, before we start talking about the albums that we listened to this week and other music related things, I do want to cover just kind of like a pop culture moment because I thought it was interesting. We mentioned it at the top. So, what they called the portal opened up, and it's basically just a big circle, literally a big circle that's made out of metal with like an LED screen on it and a camera. And it's just stuck in the middle of the sidewalk, and people from New York and people from Ireland can like talk to each other and like dance in front of the camera and do TikTok videos, and like it's basically
Shout
like
out Ireland, man.
yeah, I don't know why it's New York City to Dublin, Ireland. It seems kind of random.
Because that's a W for Dublin.
Maybe. It ended up not being a W. So this first video I'm about
That's
to
true.
show, this was on the very first day that the portal was available. Day 1. Okay? Keep in mind.
Wait, can we wait? Can you
What?
show 9/11? Okay, shit. I guess
you-
fucking spoiler.
I mean,
Without getting
yeah, come
blocked,
on,
I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
I just wasn't sure. Rip Pop Smoke. My God,
That's literally day 1 of this being open. I mean,
that's crazy. Yeah.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke. Shout out.
I mean,
to
that's
that
just
guy.
respectful, yeah.
And then boom, 9/11. They show it,
And then that's
obviously-
disrespectful. Yeah.
It's obviously someone in Dublin showing it because they're like, "This is in New York City. This is gonna be hilarious." But
Yeah.
that was like within hours of this thing opening up, and
Yeah.
it didn't get any better from there. This kept happening, and it escalated fairly quickly. So like, this was literally like 4 days later after the original one. There's like children over there, man. There's kids over there.
Was there? I
No,
didn't see the
not that I
kids.
can see, but there's probably kids
I
there,
was-
man. It's public area, dude. So this
I don't know.
Instagram influencer, who I'm sure is just promoting her OnlyFans, goes up to the portal and flashes a bunch of innocent bystanders in Dublin, Ireland, and then they shut down the portal. It was up for like 7 days, and now
That
it's
was
gone.
Ava Louise.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Really? Did it come out and as that was actually her?
That's
We've
what I
talked
heard.
about her on the show before.
Yep. Because she
She-
was licking toilets. She
Yeah, she was the
did some
AB
other
girl.
bullshit too.
She was
Yeah,
the Antonio
AB.
Brown girl. And then
Yeah.
she was the coronavirus challenge girl as well.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows how to stay relevant. I'll give her that.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
she's
always
promoting her
something.
OF. I mean, you could kind of see her tits there. I don't know. You might want to blur that or something. But yeah.
You can't see her nipples or anything there. It's all good.
I mean, I don't know. You might.
That's
just
why
wanna
you
be
can't
safe.
show it. You can show side boob.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to get our channel deleted. But all right, what's next?
Well, there's another clip that I just kind of wanted to get your reaction to. I'm assuming you saw this one. Did you see this clip?
Yeah.
How is this a real clip? What is happening, dude?
This
So-
is Mike Tyson.
If you didn't know, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are boxing each other, or they already did, or something. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But this was from a press conference of them promoting the fight, and Mike Tyson says this.
He wanted to kiss me?
Indeed.
Huh?
He said he wanted to kiss you.
That's so ironic that he said that because I saw a picture of him dancing at 16 doing that little dance on YouTube, and for some reason I had a erection.
Bro, what are you saying, bro?
He
What?
wanted to kiss.
Like the shit that I see on the internet sometimes I'm like, how is this
bro.
even real life? Mike Tyson just came out and said, I saw a picture of Jake Paul when he was 16 doing a dance and I got an erection.
What is this?
What is that supposed to mean? How do you win saying that? In what way is that good on your side?
I mean, that's like Mike Tyson's persona is being like out there.
That
Yeah,
out
bro.
there? He's like
Bro,
the guy
he
who
said
just
he was
eats
gonna eat
handfuls
the-
of shrooms. No, he doesn't do this.
Bro, what? When he was fighting, he said he was gonna eat the guy's children and shit. He's gonna murder
That's-
him and shit.
I feel like I'd rather him say that.
Well, yeah, but I just feel like that. I mean, that's kind of funny.
I thought it was deep faked when I first saw it. I was like, this is not real. There's no way this is
No,
real.
that's definitely some shit Mike Tyson would say.
It literally just goes silent all around them.
They're like,
It's
what?
amazing.
No Diddy.
And Yeah, that's what somebody should have said. Jake Paul should have said no Diddy. Then
No
he would have
Diddy.
won over the crowd.
Right.
But okay, we have two good albums to talk about today. Two good artists that we have talked. One of them already dropped a project this year that we reviewed. I was gonna say they're new artists to the list, but no, this is the second Chief Keef project that we're talking about this year. And then we also have the new Conway the Machine project, Slant Face Killa. So
Yes, sir.
these both dropped last week, but we already had albums to cover last week, so we pushed them to this week. And honestly, what did we do last week? Oh yeah, the Gunna album, and what was the other one we did last week?
Gunna. I don't know. Put it on the screen. We did Gunna. 4 Bats.
Oh, right, that makes sense. Because listening to these albums, I feel like we might have made the wrong decision. These were pretty good, I thought.
Oh, yeah,
Overall,
these were great.
Like I enjoyed both of these albums.
Well, look, I mean, I was personally more excited to listen to these two, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But
Over
internet
Gunna
trend.
and 4 Bats.
I think so. I mean, 4 Bats we had to talk about because that was already 2 weeks late. And Gunna, you know, I like Gunna, but I would agree that these two albums I think are better.
Yeah, because the Gunna
than
album I
probably both of those
enjoyed.
albums.
Which one do you want to go into first? Do you have a preference?
Let's go with Slant Face Killa first.
Okay, let me know what you think. Let me
Okay.
get my Apple Music. I want to see the track list here, but yeah, let's get into it.
Well, we got 14 songs. Before it even dropped, we were like, wow, what a stacked feature list. You got Tech Nine, Key Glock, Joey Badass, Method Man, Stove God Cooks, Larry June. There was a Raekwon supposed to be feature on there. That ended up just being like some dialogue, some interlude shit, like him talking in there. He didn't really spit a verse, but
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a really solid project. Honestly, I've seen some hate for it on the internet because, you know, that's the internet. Hip hop Twitter would be weird and shit, but I like it, dude. I mean, I might be biased because Conway's one of my personal favorites, whatever, but I don't know, man. I like it a lot. There's a lot of great songs on here. Muddy with Stove God Cooks, probably one of my favorite songs of the year. Them going crazy, you know what I'm saying, on some real grimy shit. Milano Nights, I thought was really good. Bertino with Joey Badass. Obviously, Joey Badass gonna come correct every single time. He never misses. Him, and then you got Conway on some trap beats, what I thought was interesting too. You kind of got some more grimy beats, and you got some trap beats, like with Dasani. You got him on Dasani going crazy.
I
Tech
think
Nine.
Dasani's my favorite song on the album. I
And
would
I've
probably
seen
put
some
that
hate
number
for
one.
it. Yeah,
For that song specifically?
yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
Is
And for
that
the
one,
next one with Raw, but I like Raw too personally because you know Tech Nine always comes correct, bro. Always.
is Dasani produced by Conductor?
Oh, and I didn't
'Cause-
even mention the Method Man feature. I don't think Dasani is conductor.
Okay, yeah, because I know there's a bunch of Conductor production on this whole thing. You hear
I'll
his
look at the credits right now.
beat tag, whatever you want to call it, like throughout the project, and like all the Conductor beats on this slap. It's like
Yeah.
obviously more boom bappy old school hip hop, but
Well,
like we don't get a
Conductor will
lot of
do-
those albums nowadays. So like it's refreshing when you get just a pure rap album. It's
Well, that's
fun to
what I
listen
kind of
to.
liked about this one is that Conductor did some of the beats, which were more grimy, more like underground style beats. But then you also had a few trap beats with the Dasani. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you got some really good fucking features with a Method Man, a Joey Badass, a Stove God Cooks. I thought the Key Glock feature was all right. Like, there's some really
Yeah.
good songs on here. And one of my favorite songs of the year with Muddy. So I like it a lot. And you got an Ab-Soul feature, which I didn't even mention. So, like, some really great shit on here. And I like the lyrical content. I like Conway's delivery on it is interesting. He kind of mixes it up a little bit. I like it a lot, dude.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I mean, we grew up on like the old school hip hop, and we were like really in the grand scheme of things, we were more late adopters of the trap sound. Like we were resistant of it at first because we grew up on the more underground, real lyricism rap stuff. So like going back and getting these albums and reviewing them when all I hear is like trap music all the time,
That's
like
nice.
It's just nice to listen to, and like
It is.
I want to hear people say dark shit on dark beats sometimes, and like they
Yeah, it's
deliver
nice.
that every time. I really liked it. Yeah, Dasani, Muddy, like there's good songs on there that I'm definitely going back to.
Yeah, and you got some of my, you got like Conway in some of my favorite form, just him being hella braggadocious, like talking and shit. So I fuck with it.
Where, see, this is interesting. I think I
I
know where I would go.
know where I would go.
I would go right above J Ski.
Really? Okay.
Where would you go?
Hmm. Okay.
Were you going to be lower than that?
I was gonna be probably a maybe above American Dream, right around American Dream. I would
You like
be.
you like the
I
J Ski album better, you think? It's been a
I
little
don't
while. Maybe
know.
I would too if I went back and listened to both now.
Yeah,
Like I
maybe I
said,
have to re-listen to the J Ski joint.
on each row, it doesn't too much matter. We just got to make sure we have them in the right row. So we're both in the same row.
Yeah,
So
but
let's just
I'm
put it
thinking
in
that Gunna
between.
joint probably has to go down then.
I'm with you. I was going to say the same thing.
I think it's got to go down to like 4 bats maybe.
Yep, exactly.
Which is
Below four
why. Why did
bats?
that happen though? Because all the other albums that we've ranked this year haven't really moved much, but why are we having such a
And I like the Gunna
drastic?
album.
Me too, but like why
That's
I
the
don't get
thing.
why we're doing that though. I guess it's cuz the second half just kind of falls into the trap of being repetitive.
Exactly. That's kind of where I lean.
It's a little too repetitive.
I feel like I say that about every album, but a lot of artists do that shit. Like your whole album sounds the same, bro. Stop. Give us 12 songs instead of 15 and stop making them all sound the damn same, and we wouldn't have to say this every time we listen to an album.
Yeah, I
Like
probably would
that's our
do
biggest
that.
critique. If you go through this whole list and you watch every episode, like that's definitely the thing we've said the most when it comes to critiquing an album. Like it's fun, there's good songs, but it just like all meshes together and there's not enough variation in sound. And the Gunna album, of course, falls victim to that.
It might
It's
be the
Gunna.
worst one too, like of like that does that so far this year. Like it might be the worst example of that so far. Like I can't really think of another album that meshes together like quite as bad, to be honest. Like looking at them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So it
I'm
might
cool
have
with
to go even
leaving.
lower, bro. But we'll leave it there for now.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with putting Conway there. A few misses right by the J Ski album and the Marcheology album, which is kind of fitting. They all kind of fall in the same vein. So,
Yeah,
but overall, I really liked the Conway album. Like, it was good. It
yeah.
was good.
I probably bump it up even. Honestly, that Martiality joint might have to go up to.
That you said
I
that
have
the
to go up
Sani
to,
song
but
was one of your favorites.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I screenshot and post on my story. That was like the one song that stood out the most to me. I think on the whole album. And then yeah, a lot of the conductor production was fire, obviously.
I
But
mean, yeah, of course, dude.
all right, are you ready for the next
Yep.
album? Chief Keef, So Almighty 2. Oh no, Almighty So 2.
Yes.
Which one is it?
Almighty so too.
Chief Keef, Almighty So 2. It's his second project on our tier list so far this year. We did the Dirty Nachos mixtape with Mike Will Made It like a few months ago, which had like 24 songs, and we kind of said this like it's obviously mixtape vibes. There's a lot of throwaways on here. It's kind of just like a bunch of random shit. We're probably gonna get a more cleaned up project. 2 months later, boom, there you go, a Chief
It's
Keef
exactly
album,
what it was.
and
Yep.
exactly what it is—a more cleaned up, refined
So
version of the mixtape that we listened to 2 months ago.
so this is Almighty So 2, obviously a sequel to Almighty So that dropped in 2013. It was,
Crazy.
I believe, his third or fourth project after Finally Rich. Yeah, Finally Rich was the one that blew up that had Love Sosa, um, Hate Being Sober. You know what I'm saying? Had the real smackers on it that took over the whole fucking sound. But, when Almighty So first came out, it was kind of not regarded very highly from, what I'm reading here anyway. I was only fucking 13, so I don't really know. But he comes back. Obviously, he was one of the pioneers of the drill sound. Like he really basically created the drill shit. When I think drill, I think these bitches love Sosa, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the first shit I heard that was like drill shit that took over the radio and really took over the game for when I was alive, since I've been alive. So
I mean, yeah, a lot of people would say that's the dawn of like modern drill. Right there is that one song.
yeah, I
At
mean, you
least to
got to
the
give him his
mainstream.
flowers. Got to give him his flowers for that. And since then, he's kind of flown under the radar. Not a lot of people bring him up in like conversations about who's the most influential or who's doing it different. But when you think about it, Chief Keef is definitely he might be top. Dude, he might be top 10 influential all time, bro.
I
If you
would say
really
top
think about
10.
it, dude,
I
real
would put
shit,
him top 10.
real
Top
shit.
10. I wasn't sure what number you were going to say. Top 10, yes. I agree. Top
I,
10 for sure.
I think you could definitely argue it for sure.
I thought you might say
So
3. I was like, I don't know about 3. Top 10, yeah.
I don't. Well, look, whatever. I'm giving him his flowers, but I was excited for this project because we just got Dirty Nachos, which, like you said, was kind of just a throw together project. We knew this was long awaited. He's been teasing this for years. A
It's
a
been, yeah.
sequel, a sequel project, which tend to be pretty good usually.
And
And
Dirty
when you look,
Nachos, though, real quick, Dirty Nachos wasn't bad. Like, there was still good
nah,
songs on it. It was just a
first,
lot, and you could tell that there was kind of throwaways and shit on there, but there were still good songs. Like, we have it at good, not great on our list. It's not, like, at the bottom of the
yeah, it was
list.
good. It just wasn't refined. It wasn't
Exactly.
refined to the level like Almighty So 2 is. It's just
Yeah.
not. And one thing that stands out when you look at this is again the feature list is really good. You got G Herbo, one of my favorites. Tierra Whack, we always hold her to high regard here.
That
Sexy
Tierra
Red,
Whack feature,
same.
though, we gotta sit on that. That Tierra Whack
Oh,
feature, that's the best
yeah,
feature on the album.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. And you
So
got
good.
Quavo, obviously. I always give Quavo his
I love
flowers.
that song. That
Smacks
Quavo
on
song,
that too. Yep.
yeah.
And I guess my take on it is the first few songs are good. They're good. I was into it. But once you hit track 7, once you hit Runner, all the
Exactly.
way all the way down to Believe. I would say 7 to 14, almost a perfect run, dude. Almost perfect. The middle of the album is almost perfect. Like he did it so good. Like he's got bars. You got Tierra Whack spitting one of the best verses of the year, maybe on this song.
I would
On
agree.
Banded Up. Sexy Red even spitting.
I
Sexy
love
Red was
that.
spitting, dude.
Sexy Red and Chief Keef just like complement each
Dude.
other so well, and on this song, like
Yes.
I know it's kind of like a meme, but like this
No, it's
song
good.
goes so hard.
No, it's actually good. And
Yeah,
then
I liked
Drifting
it.
Away, dude, was hella good. Then you got the fucking Quavo feature, Prince Charming, I thought was really good.
Yeah,
Like solid, super solid overall as an album. Super like very refined in terms of albums this year. And if we're looking at it in comparison to a Dirty Nachos, definitely super refined. Um
my only complaint about the album really was some of the songs were pretty long.
yeah,
There's like a
yeah,
lot of 5-6 minute songs
yeah.
on here. I'm like, okay, I want this song to be over. I'm skipping the last 30
I think you could
seconds. But
trim it by like 2 3 songs maybe because it's
I would say
17.
3 songs.
There's
Yeah,
17 tracks. Yeah, you could probably trim it by 2 or 3. Other than that,
but
dude,
yeah,
it was great, dude.
yeah. Overall, like I really liked it, and yeah, it was good. It was better than I thought. I would probably
Oh, let me say
personally.
this: it's got another one of my favorite songs of the year. Oh, with "Banded Up" with Tierra Whack. So that's two. These two albums this year breeded like two of my favorite songs of the year. So
I mean, that Banded Up joint is just crazy though.
crazy,
Like,
right?
if you're hating on that song with Chief Keef and Tierra Whack, you're a lame. That song is so
Oh,
good.
dude, stop,
She
stop,
spits. It might be
stop.
verse of the year. Like, I know you probably didn't mean that, but it really might be. Besides, like
Well,
Drake and Kendrick,
I was actually gonna ask you since okay, let's put this on the tier list first.
where okay, where do you think then the new Chief Keef album? Where
Hmm.
does it fall in the 2024 tier list? It's higher than Dirty Nachos. We've made that clear.
Wow, dude.
I think.
This is
I think
interesting, dude.
I'm probably like in the same spot as before. At the top of this list, I could maybe even put it above in the next column up or the next
Yeah,
row
I
up.
might go almost perfect, dude, because I really like both these albums. Like Conway Joint, I'd probably give like a 8, but this I'd probably give like a 8.5 maybe.
I'm at like an 8.25 somewhere around that ballpark. I really liked it. There you go. I mean, we can move it,
I
but
think
I'm
that might
comfortable
be.
with that.
Oh man, yeah,
It
it
was
was really
good,
good.
dude.
It was,
was
really good. Yeah,
It was
That was
straight up
great.
good.
It was great. No, it was great, dude. Stop it. Yeah, I mean,
Like,
that's cool with me. Let's do it.
I was
I like
at my office today. I got to work. I listened to this before I listened to any of my podcasts or anything. I'm sitting there, 8:45 a.m., just at my desk, fucking in the zone to Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Just then the Tierra Whack feature, the Quavo feature. Like, damn, it was good. It was good, dude. Shout out
It was
Chief
great,
Keef.
dude. Stop.
Good album.
All right. So I guess like I was gonna ask, since these bred a couple of my favorite songs of the year. Like, do you have like a top 10 songs of the year so far?
Top 10 songs of the
Yeah,
year.
or like, what are your favorite? Like, what do you think the best songs of the year so far for you?
Okay, first, we'll get it out of the way. When it comes to the Grammys, rap song of the year is Like That. Stop the count now. It's like
Okay, you think Like That over Not Like Us still? See, it's tough now, right?
I feel like That is the song of the year.
Dude, but
It's
hard
not better
now
than Not
because-
Like Us, in my opinion. I think Not Like Us is better than Like That.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm
think-
playing it more, but Like That is a
What was
cultural
bigger
moment
though?
thing.
I know, yeah, that is true.
And it was...
But so is
but
Not
both
Like
went-
Us.
Yeah, they
That's
both
what I
went number
mean.
one. They were both significant, but you
So
can't
they're both on there though.
You can't do Drake like that.
What do you mean?
You can't give that the rap song of the year Grammy when you're calling Drake a pedophile on the song. It's
Well,
not
I
even
don't
going
give
to
a
be
fuck about the
nominated.
Grammys. I'm not talking about the Grammys. I'm talking
no,
about as a hip hop fan. Fuck the Grammys,
Well-
bro. We know that those are the two best songs of the year. Stop.
Well, I'm
I
saying
mean,
Like
yeah.
That's going to win the rap song of the year Grammy.
Well,
I
that's
don't
not
think
my
Not
question.
Like Us has a chance. Not Like Us to me is better.
I mean,
I
Not Like
love
Us. It has a chance, but I don't. It depends. It depends. I don't know how the Grammys are gonna do it. Who knows?
I mean, it's definitely Not Like Us, Like That. I
Yeah.
would put Bandit Up on my list too.
Okay, fair.
I'm trying to think of what. Let me just pull up my favorites here really
Yeah,
quick. And
just pull up some
scroll through.
albums.
Because if I go through some of my favorites, like, honestly, a 4-Bat song might be on there. Because, like, he shook up the game.
That is true.
Like,
that is
Act
true.
3. Act 3
3
might
is
be one of
probably
the
up there.
songs of the year.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Okay, I mean, there's
look,
so much
pull
stuff
up the
off the
tier list.
Future and
Pull up the
Metro
tier
Boomin
list.
albums.
Yeah, exactly. That might be easier because you can kind of look at the albums.
Oh, let me get the tier list open really quick here.
I mean, yeah, the Metro and Future albums. There's got to be at least one. Well, like that.
There you go.
I'm talking like your favorite songs of the year, though.
I'm just trying. Yeah, so mine would probably be Chanel Pit by Tierra Whack. I needed to see the albums. Chanel Pit
Yeah.
by Tierra Whack. BK the Ruler, Insane.
Yeah.
Red Rum, 21 Savage is this year. We had, Carnival, Like That. Hide Your Bitch on the J. Cole project is gas.
Mhm.
Like Young Metro, there's so many good songs on both those Future and Metro projects. Like, there's a lot of good stuff this year, man.
Yeah, some shit I
Like,
was
it's
thinking
actually
of.
crazy.
Whew, I was thinking shit. I was thinking Thank God for Me of Blue Lips. I was thinking Pricey of Mightily Later is one of my favorites.
I saw you
Uh,
tweet some of your favorite songs from that album, and you didn't mention Hide Your Bitch. I was like, wow, that's kind of fucked.
Or
But,
Pie.
yeah.
I didn't mention
Also,
Pie either.
Breathe
did
by
I maybe?
Yeet. Breathe by Yeet.
Breathe by Yeet. Familia by Yeet is probably up there for me. Carnival probably up there.
Yeah. Because I would put 2 Tierra songs, Snake Eyes and Chanel Pit. I'm still bumping those.
Probably Goyard God off Marciology. I'd probably put up there.
I'd probably put Dasani off the new Conway. Like, I really fuck with that song.
Yeah, I would put on the two
Muddy?
Muddy, yep, and then the one off the Chief Keef album too with the Tierra Whack feature. I forgot the name.
Band It Up, yeah.
Yeah, Band It Up.
Yeah, like, 3 of my top 15 songs of this year have Tierra Whack.
True
on them.
Love off Marciology, great, so fucking good.
Back to
we
Me
s-
also is on Vulture's one.
Back
Like,
to
Back
Me.
to Me. I like Back to Me better than Carnival, personally, as, like, my personal listening. Like, Back to Me is gas. And
Let me pull up
Burn.
this
Like,
We
there's
Still Don't
good,
Trust You.
there's good songs on Vultures, even though it doesn't, like, maybe hold up that great as an album. Like, there's good songs
Red
on
Leather,
there.
dude. Crazy Clientele.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
All
those
My
albums are
Life.
unfair, though. Those albums
Dude,
just shouldn't even count.
They're so
we-
good.
The intro track on We Still Don't Trust You doesn't even have a verse, and that's one of my favorite songs. It's like, that can't count. There's not even a verse.
Big Dog, Benny and fucking Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that was this year.
There's some
too.
great songs, dude. Some great songs this year.
Red
I didn't even
Rum
mention
came out
Not
this
Like
year.
Us.
Or
Red
Red Rum.
Nina.
Family Matters. Push-ups.
This is what I'm saying. Holy shit.
Like-
it goes on
Like
and
Family Matters is in my top 3 songs of the year. Like
That's what
I
I'm
love
saying.
Family
on.
Matters.
Yeah. That's what, it probably is for me too.
Like there's so man.
Like,
So,
okay,
we're
let's
not
think
even
of a
halfway through the
refined
year.
top 5 then. Like, if you had to pick 5, let's hear it.
Okay, I'll give you my 5. I have a little bit better of an idea now.
Yeah.
It is Not Like Us,
Yeah.
Family Matters,
Yeah.
Like That,
Yep.
Chanel Pitt,
Okay.
maybe, and Back to Me.
Okay, fair enough. I would probably go
I don't know.
Not Like
man,
Us
there's
for
too many.
sure. Like
You
That for sure. I don't know if Family Matters makes mine. True Love for sure off the Marciology joint. Favorite songs of the year. Probably Pricey. Dude, Pricey, that second Pricey verse is so good.
I just
really
like
love that
HYB
song.
better, so like I would take that over it, I think.
What else? Man, there's so many to choose from though.
We're only in May. We're gonna
Probably
have double the
I'll
albums.
go with like Red Leather, dude, because it was long awaited. You got Futures sliding on it. You got a good J. Cole verse. I think that'll be my 5.
Is the second half of the year as strong as the first half was? Is it possible?
I don't. How is that even possible, bro? Pull up the tier list again,
No, I'm not doing that. I just keep pulling it up.
bro.
And
Okay, I
closing
don't
it.
know if you closed it or what, but like, dude, it's crazy.
Hey, I
just
think
got-
we're at like 40 albums by now, and like
Yeah,
we don't even have one album in the bottom tier. Like every album has been at least like besides like Mac and Cheese 5 and Genre Sad Boy. I haven't like
But even Mac
disliked
and Cheese
listening.
5 though wasn't even that bad.
No, but I still didn't love that I had to sit through it for that long. But like almost like I haven't really had an issue listening to any of these projects.
No, dude. I mean, not really. Well, yeah, no. Other than the Genre Sad Boy joint.
Yeah, that
Nothing,
was
really.
that was tough to listen to, honestly. Maybe we should
Yeah.
move that down to dead last.
I
on
mean,
the list.
look, it is what it is. I think there was maybe one song on there that saved it from being fucking at the very bottom, but yeah, that's the list now for the year.
All right, well, obviously we're gonna have new albums to listen to next week. We're gonna have more
Yeah,
news, maybe more updates from Ebony Prince. Who knows what's gonna happen?
We're gonna listen to Matt Kami, Rich Ass Haitian, and then what's another one?
I mean, that weird Ian guy dropped an album. I don't know who that guy is. There's a
Yeah.
new Billie Eilish album today.
Yeah, there's a few. We're definitely
Yeah.
listening to the Matt Kami joint though, so we're gonna bring that next week.
Then we'll let you know if we get any more updates on Diddy, Drake, Kendrick, Academics. We'll obviously let
Ebony
you know.
Prince. Yep.
So I'm sure there will be news for that by next week. But if you made it this far, obviously subscribe. We love you. We appreciate you. If you made it this far, you are the GOAT. We'll
Yep.
see you next week. Anything else?
Nope. Peace.
All right. See you next week.
It's Off the Top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top podcast.